What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to tonight's stream. Happy Thursday. We officially are at 1 year until Scream 7. This day next year, the movie will be out. I am so excited. Figured we'll celebrate a little bit today, talk some theories. As always, if you have any theories you want to talk about, start dropping them in the chat. We will get to them in a minute. Just want to say hello to some people. Hey, Russell. Yes, everyone who is here, please give the stream a like. It definitely helps out the channel. Hey, Thomas. I am having a great day. Hope you are too. Yeah, I saw some pictures of Isabel May. They're not great photos. They're kind of far away, but I'll take anything we can get. I didn't make a video about it yet. Maybe I will. Also, Kevin Williamson was spotted on set. So if you guys have Twitter, if you just go on Twitter, you'll probably see it, but I'll probably do a video about it. Probably not tomorrow, maybe Saturday. If you're going to make a live stream early tomorrow, can you make it a little longer? Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking about 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I was considering doing 2 hours tomorrow, 2 to 4. But it might actually end up starting at 3, so we'll see. Hey, Ray. Hey, Harvey. Hello, Angie. Samira, welcome. Hey, Alex. Hey, Dino. Thanks for moderating. In your opinion, what is your favorite Sidney Prescott quote? Mine is from Scream 3 when she says, "It's your turn to scream." I think my favorite one is in Scream 4 when she says to Jill, "Don't F with the original." That's a good one. Hey, Leah. What Ghostface motives would you like to see in a future Scream movie? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to Stu and just wanting revenge on Sidney. Other than that, I don't know. My problem is if it's more new random people, they got to stop just going after Sidney for the sake of it. I don't know. I have to think about that, and maybe I'll do a video on that, actually. I have to give it a little bit more thought. Hey, SOC. Hey, Jaden. Glad you can make this one. Thank you. It's the pre-130-year anniversary of more. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, hopefully we get the flashback with Maureen. Hey, AJ. I am doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. I theorize we will have at least one beheading in Scream 7. It would be ironic if Chad was the one who lost his head. That would be so crazy. That's honestly pretty gory, I feel like. That would be sad if Chad lost his head. But yeah, that quote in Scream 6. I want to know why Scream 7 will not be released in the fall of this year. It is as if Spyglass wants us to wait for as long as possible for this movie. I don't know. I think it could have something to do with other movies that are releasing. I don't know anything about how it works really, but I'm just assuming that when movies are planning for release dates, they look at what other movies are coming out around the same time. They don't want to compete with another big movie. maybe this coming fall, there's going to be a bunch of big movies releasing. So there wasn't really a slot for Scream 7. I don't know. Hey, Brett, happy birthday. Thanks for hanging out with us on your birthday. Hey, Debbie. Live stream on Monday? I don't know. There's a good chance. I am trying to do them more frequently. So we will see. Not gonna lie, but I want to see Judy and Wes, but that can't happen since they're dead. Who knows? We could get a flashback. That's always a possibility. I hope Stu comes back as well. That is number one on my list. I had a dream last night that I was watching Scream 7 and he was back alive. Hey, Shane. Yeah, 1 year, exactly 1 year until the release. Tomorrow, we can officially say less than 1 year. Hey, John, any chance we'll get a cooking stream again? Maybe. That was fun. I only did it once or twice, I guess. I did a baking one as well. Yeah, I kind of wanted to make it a new series. We'll see. Hey, I'll be right back. Any actors you'd want to see in a Scream film? I was thinking about this yesterday. I would love to see Justin Long in a Scream movie. I love Justin Long. I've been such a huge fan of him ever since I saw him in Jeepers Creepers. I was pretty young when I saw it for the first time, and I would love to see him in Scream. Hey, Shadow. I can't wait for Scream 7 and finally get to see what part Stu has in it. Hopefully he's alive. He is definitely alive. I think he's alive. Do you have a favorite song from each Scream movie? In the first one, it's definitely the one that plays at the end, First Cool Hive by Moby. Let me see. The second one, I can't think of the name of it, but it's the one that plays right after Cece's death, leading into the sorority party. The third one, probably What If by Creed. The fourth one, I really like the song that plays during the intro. Can't think of what it's called. The fifth one has to be the end credit song. That one is so good. And the sixth one, I don't know. Maybe the one by Demi Lovato. Do you think Stu Macher will be revealed on a cliffhanger, or do you think it will be in a flashback, setting up Scream 8, or do you think we will get a phone call to Sydney's house? I really don't know. Definitely could be the cliffhanger thing. I would love for Stu to carry over into Scream 8. I do hope Sydney gets a phone call and Ghostface says something that Stu said, like, surprise Sydney, or always had a thing for you, before the reveal. So we hear that line and we're kind of wondering, like, oh my God, is it actually Stu? Do you notice at the end of Scream 4 how Jill's body is laying on her stomach when she's defeated, then cuts to the news lady, and then back to Jill on her back? Interesting. I don't know. Isn't she on her stomach the first time, like when her and Sydney are laying next to each other and Sydney thinks that she's dead, but then she gets up again and has to shoot her? I could be wrong. But I do know Jill she twitches at the end. Her face kind of twitches. Yeah, I would love to see a cliffhanger. Like you said, Kelly, it's never been done before. For the new Scary Movie, do you think they are going to try to get Melissa Barrera on there? If so, do you think she will be named Sam? I've heard a lot of people talking about this, like saying Scary Movie has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and get her in the movie. Um, I could see them doing it, but I feel like if she does, I feel like it'll be just for like a second. I feel like there will be a character who maybe there's going to be like another Scream type of character who runs by Melissa and she'll say something quick like, "Oh, I think I know that person," or something like that. I feel like it would just be quick. But I don't know. Do you think they'll do something different or do the same thing with a returning character from the past movies as the opening kill? I really don't know. I've been thinking that it probably will be a returning character to mirror Cotton from Scream 3 because he was our first returning character as an opening kill. But I really don't know. The thing with Scream 7 is we have no info about anything, and they have just been surprising us left and right with all of these like casting announcements. I feel like anything can happen in this movie. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Thanks for moderating. I really want to see Sydney's face when Stu comes out of nowhere. Oh, it's going to be so good. Yeah, Justin Long would be great in a Scream movie. Scream 2 best song has to be I Think I Love You because of Derek's incredible vocals and Mickey just vibing. I do love that scene. I love the cafeteria scene. Dylan O'Brien would be crazy as Ghostface. Is that the guy who's in Teen Wolf and Maze Runner? If a big name is signed to be the first kill, like Samara Weaving in 6, who would be your dream first kill? I'd say Sydney Sweeney. She would be good. I would like her to be in Scream. Yeah, I wonder if I don't know if maybe the opening kill is going to be someone who they haven't even announced yet. You know, like Scream 4 had so many people in the opening scene. I don't know. I have no idea who it's gonna be. Hey, Eunice. Fall Out of Love in Scream 5 makes me cry. It's a good song. It has like a nostalgic feel to it. Like it feels like a song that would have came out like I don't know, like mid to late 2000s, I feel like. I agree with your thoughts on Sid having no clue who Roman was, but it kind of worked. It would have made it terrifying for her, someone she didn't even know trying to kill her. That's a fair point. Oh, the Scream 4 song is something to die for. Yeah, that's another one that is like such a nostalgic song. Do you ever listen to only the soundtracks of your favorite movies? I do sometimes, yes. I have the first Scream movie soundtrack on I have a CD that I was just listening to the other day. I feel like if it is true that Sydney's husband is the police chief or officer, he is the new Dewey for Scream 7. But nothing can beat the original. Yeah, I don't know if that rumor is true. I feel like it is true. I mean, we do need cops in the story, you know? We had Dewey, he's gone. We had Judy, she's gone. We had Kirby. I don't think she's going to be in Scream 7. I don't know, she could be. But also, like, Mark Kincaid, I was thinking we were gonna have him, and that's not the case, unfortunately, so maybe her husband is a police officer. Yeah, Red Right Hand is the Scream song. I'm excited that Scary Movie 6 will spoof Scream 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I wonder what that storyline is gonna be. Um, I'm excited for it. I hope they also spoof Terrifier. I feel like they have to because it's so popular. And hopefully, the new Halloween trilogy. I feel like has Scary Movie the franchise ever spoofed Halloween? I don't think they have. Jill, her in Scream at the end of Scream 4, her face kind of twitches a little bit. Um, Emma Roberts and Wes Craven even did an interview where they talked about it, how they chose to keep it in the movie. Oh, the song after Cece's death in 2 is The Swing by Everclear. Yeah, that's a good one. In a flashback to Scream 4, explaining how Jill survived, they could use the footage showing her eyes, then cut to new footage of a close up to her eyes that blink. Interesting. I would love to see Jill again. I hope we can, one way or another. Imagine how traumatized Sydney will be when she sees Stu and Jill. Oh my god, can you imagine? Which Scream movie would you rank last? Probably 3. I still love 3. You know, sometimes it's hard to rank these movies because I love all of them. But one of them has to be last, and I think it's Scream 3. My second to last is Scream 6. So sometimes I kind of go back and forth. I guess it kind of depends on my mood. Hey, Zork. Thank you for the super chat. You said, I feel like Chad is going to be a cop in this movie, and Mindy is going to be killed like Tatum was, thus making Chad the new Dewey. Interesting. I feel like I could see Chad being a cop. After everything that they've been through, maybe he wants to just help people. He's also just such a good, sweet guy, so I could see him being a cop. Mindy killed like Tatum was. Damn. Yeah, Chad, I feel like Chad almost already is the new Dewey a little bit. The way they both survived pretty crazy injuries. I wonder if he will become a cop. Thank you so much for your super chat, Zork, and for moderating. I appreciate you. Hey, because movies. Lindsay Lohan should be opening Kill. I would love that. I am such a huge fan of Lindsay Lohan. I was like obsessed with her when I was a kid. I've seen like most of her movies. Um, I have her CD. Like, do you guys remember when she was a singer? I have her first CD, and I still listen to it pretty often. It's so good. She should have had a bigger music career. Jill did not get a headshot. She was shot in the chest, so she could still be alive, and that was the original plan. She was going to survive Scream 4. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, I never thought about Lindsay Lohan in a Scream movie, but I would be so down for it. I definitely don't want a fake out opening like in Scream 4. I loved it, but it can't work twice. Yeah, I'm also a fan of the Scream 4 opening. Um, yeah, I feel like they wouldn't do it again. Jill and Stu both got electrocuted by Sydney. They could have a line about that in Scream 7. Yeah, that is true. They both got electrocuted. And, I always say on my channel, like, Jill getting electrocuted is not what killed her. She was still alive after that. Um, so that's why sometimes when people say, like, there's no way Stu could survive getting electrocuted, Jill got her brain fried. Yeah, Scream 4 soundtrack is good. What if they kill the twins in the opening? I feel like they're not. Maybe they will. I kind of feel like they're going to stick around for a while. A nice Creed callback in Scream 7 would be nice. It would. I don't know if you guys saw Anna Camp, who is in the cast. She posted a funny meme to her story like 2 weeks ago where she said Sydney's Creed poster signs on to the cast of Scream 7. There were like these memes going around like 2 weeks ago because there were just so many crazy Scream 7 announcements. Yeah, What If by Creed? Banger. Um, Also, their music video, Dewey is in it and Ghostface. What if new Scream 7 soundtrack covers all the songs from the first one? I feel like they should do that with one song. I personally wouldn't want to hear every single song again. But it would be cool for a cover of like one of the songs. I hope the cops in Pine Grove are a little more reliable than Woodsboro's finest in Scream 5. Yeah, the cops in general in Woodsboro are not great. The Scream 4 cops terrible at their job. They had one job to be on the lookout on Jill and Olivia's street, and Olivia had the most brutal death. Um, and Dewey, I love him. God rest his soul. He is not a great cop. I feel like I've said this before. I feel like Gail was better. Gail was a better investigator than Dewey was. She always had to like point things out to him. But speaking of Woodsboro cops, I know a lot of you guys here know Songs About Everything, the channel who does the Stu Macher song. They have a song about the Woodsboro cops, so definitely go check that out. Hey, Scotty. A year does seem long, but I promise you it will fly by. It'll be here before we know it. And just think about how fun the next year is going to be. Having these theory discussions, speculating what's going to happen. Because once it's here, it's here. And then, we know what happened. So it's exciting to not know. And, I'm sure we're going to get some behind the scenes photos, some teaser trailers, the full trailer. So I can wait. um John Milton was a Ghostface. I don't think so, but he was still a terrible person. The first Scary Movie spoofed Halloween several times, did they? I don't remember. Um, Yeah, I love every Scream film. They have not made a bad one yet. Hey, horror man. I can't imagine what Scream would be like if Drew Barrymore never changed her role in the first movie. I think about that sometimes too. I feel like just the way that everything happened with that first movie, the way that they just made like pure magic is insane. What do you think Chad got his degree in? I don't know. I mean, I guess if we really are getting a time jump like we think we are, I guess he's done with college. I don't know. Casey Becker should have a twin sister. It's funny you say that because Drew Barrymore said how she wants to come back and she thinks that it's possible that Casey Becker could still be alive. She said something like, with good writing, anything is possible. I don't think that's possible. That's crazy, but I'm sure she would love to come back as a twin. That's true. Nobody can replace Dewey. I am super pumped for Freaky Friday 2. It comes out this summer. I'm so excited. I'm obsessed with the first one to this day. Speaking of Freaky Friday, I also have the soundtrack. I have the CD still from when I was a kid. That thing is like 22 years old. Um, I've hung on to it all these years. I just seen behind the scenes photos of Scream 7 and Ethan Embry is dressed in all black. I call it now he will be one of the killers. Interesting. I have not seen those photos. Maybe when I check on Twitter after the stream, I'll see it. David Arquette has a new movie coming out called Mob Cop. I haven't heard about it. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan, she is just so good. I'm glad she's making a comeback. Anya Taylor-Joy would be good in a Scream movie. I also would love Mia Goth and who else? Oh, Sophie Thatcher. You know, it was a rumor like almost a year ago at this point that she was joining the cast. Clearly that hasn't happened. Um I wasn't that familiar with her when that rumor broke, but now I'm obsessed with the show Yellow Jackets, which she's in. Obviously, I've seen a few of her movies since then as well, and I still have yet to see Companion. I'm looking forward to that. The Scream 4 opening felt too long. Yeah, I appreciate them trying to do something different. Yeah, Joel's brain was absolutely fried. Imagine Stu and Jill killing the twins. Damn, I would definitely want Stu to kill Mindy because she's kind of a believer. You know, she's into the whole theory about Stu being alive. She's a horror fanatic. I put out a theory video pretty recently, a few weeks ago, about Mindy and like how I think she could be onto the cult because all the research she does, maybe she finds out about the cult and Stu kills her. I think Charlie is for sure dead, but if he was revealed to be alive in 7 or 8 and Kirby found out, do you think he could get her to join the cult? or would she be pissed and kill Charlie? As much as I would love to see her in the cult, I don't think they would do it. I think she would kill him. Emma Roberts will have red hair in Scream 7. I know she just dyed her hair red. So if she's going to be in Scream 7, does that mean that she'll be alive because she dyed her hair to kind of be in disguise, or I don't know. I mean, if it's just a flashback, then she needs to have brown hair. Maybe she'll wear a wig, or I don't know. Let's see. I feel like the cops in Woodsboro are terrible cops on purpose because they're secretly helping the Ghostface cult. Interesting. Damn. Tatum was spot on when she called Dewey doofus. She was kind of mean to Dewey. Every time I watch it, I'm like, why is she so mean? Anyone remember Principal Himbry? Of course. Do you think they'll have a certain theme in Scream 7? What do you mean? Like, what kind of theme? Um, we have a super chat from Scotty. Thank you, Scotty. Always coming through on these live streams. I appreciate you. You said you think Dewey was incompetent, but what about Officer Vincent? I think there is more to him from Scream 5. Don't trust that guy. That's true. He was incompetent. That scene pisses me off every time when uh Sam is like, "Who's watching my sister?" And he's like, "I don't know. They needed me here." Like, bro, you had one job. Literally, your one job was to protect Tara. I don't think there's more to him. I think he's just an idiot, unfortunately. Um, yeah, he's not a great cop. All the cops in Woodsboro, not great. Um, thank you, Scotty, for your super chat. Yeah, the first movie, Lightning in a Bottle. I've always said like there might come a day where they try to remake it because that's all they do nowadays, remake movies. And God help anyone who tries to remake that movie. I think they're going to get a lot of hate from people. Um, so they better have thick skin because you just can't remake it. How many Scream movies do you want? As many as they're willing to give us, as long as they can keep making um quality movies. Once the quality starts to go down, maybe we should just stop making more. I have to wonder how Dewey even became a cop. Maybe just small town, like they'll take anyone they can get. Did you see the breaking news about Kristen Ritter? I did not. What's going on with her? Scotty coming through with another super chat. Thank you. maybe they needed me here. He was referring to Ghostface. Damn. Ooh, I see the Kristen Ritter thing for Dexter Resurrection. Wow. Damn, gotta do a video about that. Yeah, I feel like if Vincent was in working with Ghostface, I feel like it would have been revealed in the fifth one. And then the fact that the sixth one came out since then, would they really reveal that in the seventh one? Probably not. Maybe if they were back in Woodsboro, but they're not. Unfortunately, I wish they were. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Marcus. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you. Yeah, I'm almost at 14K. It's crazy. If anyone here is not subscribed to I Shot Him 6 Times, definitely do so. He's got a lot of great Scream theories. Let's see. Where was I in the chat? Sometimes it scrolls away from me. This is another great song from the first movie. That whole soundtrack, honestly, so good. Yes, Mean Girls. That is another one of like my absolute favorite movies of all time. That movie is so quotable. I could like recite the whole movie for you. I remember the summer after it came out, my sister's best friend gave it to me on DVD, and that summer me and my sister watched it every single night on my little portable DVD player that I still have. Scream needs to stop filming scenes of empty hospitals with only a few staff members working. It's super unrealistic. I agree. Yeah. Hospital scenes in general are kind of like boring. I think that's why I cannot stand Halloween 2. I think it's so boring. Yeah, in Scream 5, like they said something, I think Judy was like, I'm going to move your sister to a private floor. And I'm thinking like, why would you want her on a private floor? Wouldn't you want her with as many people around her as possible in case she gets attacked again? Least favorite Ghostface and why? You guys know I cannot stand Ethan. He's just like, I don't know, boring and cringy. His line delivery, I can't stand it. Yeah, I would love all three of them. I loved Maxine. I feel like it had really mixed reviews. I loved it. I'm trying to think, how do I rank that trilogy? I think Pearl's my favorite. Do I like Maxine more than X? I don't know, but I really enjoyed Maxine. Hey, Katie. Hey, Nexus. Jamie Lee Curtis should be in a Scream movie. She should, even if it's just a quick cameo. Scream Queens did need more seasons. We were talking about this yesterday in the stream. Season 1 was amazing. I rewatch it every year during the Halloween season. But season 2, man, it fell off so bad. I've never even finished season 2. Every year when I rewatch season 1, I try to give season 2 another shot and I just can't. It sucks. But I heard rumors that they might they're talking about doing a 3rd season. I don't know. Um, if they could make it similar to season 1, they should do it. Yeah, yesterday was a sad day. RIP Gene Hackman and Michelle Trachtenberg. She was such a huge part of my childhood. Like, so many movies of hers I'm obsessed with. Mickey also was not shot in the head. Do you think he could have survived those gunshots in Scream 2? Technically, yes. I think he could have survived. We've seen other characters survive worse. Let's be real here. um, and uh, what was I going to say? The fact that the franchise emphasizes that they can always come back unless they're shot in the head, like, so technically possible. Do I think he survived? I don't. Is it possible? Technically. If you were Ghostface, what would be your motive? Well, if we're talking Scream 7, I think we would have to go with just me being in Stu's cult. What are your theories on Scream 7? Check out the channel. I got so many. Check out my Stu Mocker playlist and my Scream theories playlist. Hey, Wilson. We have a super chat from Jordan. Thank you. You said context to yesterday's super chat. Blucka Blucka, is that how you say that? Is my biggest supporter. He's well known in the Scream community, which is why I'm surprised you didn't know him. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I've never heard of him. When you said that yesterday, I thought maybe you were talking about like a movie or something. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I'll look into him though. Thank you so much for your super chat, Jordan. You're always very generous in these live streams. What if Jill is in the mental hospital? I hope so. I would love to see her again. In your opinion, what is the best Gale punch or slap? For me, it's a tie between 1 and 2. That's tough. I love 1 just because I love the first movie. But 2 might be better because she kind of like goes flying a little bit. So maybe 2 is the better slap. We have Dark Side with Love throwing out $2 to say Stu lives. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I am right there with you. Stu lives. Thank you for being here. I miss Judy. You and me both. That was a good death in Scream 5. Judy was probably the best cop Woodsboro has ever seen. That is a good point. That's probably true. R.I.P. Lemon Squares. I gotta make lemon squares in honor of Judy. I've never made them. I don't even know if I've ever eaten a lemon square, to be honest. I've considered doing a live stream on here because if you remember, like in the summertime, I did a baking live stream where I was baking a cheesecake on live with you guys. I've considered doing Judy's lemon squares on a live stream. Let me know if that is something you guys would be interested in. Scotty is coming through with another super chat. Thank you. You said electric shock can cause personality change. Maybe Jill and Stu are in the loony bin, convincing they reformed and people believe because of the shock. Interesting. Imagine imagine they were in the loony bin together. That would be hilarious to see. Um, I hope I've heard some people say like they want Stu to be a good guy now and like trying to help Sydney. I personally don't want to see that. I want to see him be evil. But like you said, maybe he's trying to convince people that he's reformed. That would be cool. So it's like the whole movie we're kind of wondering like is he really changed? Is he a good guy? But then, you know, he reveals his true self at the end. Thank you for all the support on the channel, Scotty. Dexter Resurrection is stacked cast. Uma Thurman, Peter Dinklage, and Kristen Ritter. Yeah, I am super pumped about this. Yeah, because I was already pumped about Uma Thurman and Peter Dinklage, but then recently they announced like 4 other people joining the cast who I have no idea who they are. So with Kristen Ritter, I am pretty excited about this. I love her in Breaking Bad. I would love a Christmas Scream movie. There was rumors that 7 was going to be Christmas, but we know now that it's taking place in the fall. Although, you know what would be interesting if Scream 7 takes place over the course of like a month maybe and we can see a Christmas scene at the end. That's also something that has never been done before in a Scream movie where it takes place over a longer time period. Every Scream movie is like 2 or 3 days, you know? So imagine we can get Christmas also in Scream 7. That would be cool. If you could team up any Ghostface killers together, who would they be? Mine would be Stu and Jill. That's my answer. Stu and Jill for sure. Um, who would I team up with? Billy. Because I also love Billy. Um, I mean, maybe his mom. Like, imagine seeing Billy and Nancy as Ghostface together. That would be crazy. Stream until 7 releases? What do you mean? Like nonstop? That's impossible. I mean, I guess technically it's possible, but absolutely not. Yeah, I still have my little portable DVD player that I actually still use from time to time when I do want to watch a DVD because I don't have a normal DVD player. I have to get one. Yeah, Ethan is pretty boring. Eunice with the gifted membership. Thank you. Let me see. Um, the horror show and the horror show gaming received the membership. So now you can use fun emojis in the chat. Thank you, Eunice, for gifting that. and for also being a member yourself. Um, let's see. They need to cover Maureen's death, especially 30 years later. Yeah, I agree. They need to blow our minds with things we didn't know. Yep, Roman flashback. That is exactly what I want. Like, we got to find out something new. Either that Roman was actually there and we didn't know that before, or that Christina Carpenter was an accomplice. You guys, some of you guys know my I have so many theories about Christina Carpenter. I think there's more to her than we know. Um yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg is in so many movies that I loved as a kid. Ice Princess being one of them. I literally rewatched Ice Princess like a month ago. Um, she's also in Gossip Girl, one of my favorite shows ever. Um, Harriet the Spy. I know she was in Buffy. I've never seen Buffy. You guys, yeah, you guys have been telling me I should watch it. Maybe now I have to. No problem, Marcus. What are your thoughts on the AI deepfake rumors for Seven? I think it's perfect for a few reasons. Um, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not crazy about it. Like I see a lot of people talking about it. I haven't done a video on it because I'm just not that into it. My main thing is that so many people are saying that that is all Stu is going to be, which obviously you and I both don't think that. We think Stu's alive. It would be cool to see them do the AI thing and make us think that that's all we're getting. And then, of course, hit us with the actual reveal at the end. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I also think it's kind of a cool callback to Scream 3 a little bit with the voice changer. It's kind of like an updated version of that. So yeah, it is pretty cool. Um we'll see if it turns out to be true. Does anyone think that Sydney will die in Scream 7 and pass the torch to her daughter? I don't think so. I don't think she'll die. I liked Ethan at first, but the more you said I didn't like him, the more I started to dislike him. Oh my god, that's so funny. But that's not my intention. I don't want to like make anyone not like someone just cuz I don't. But yeah, I find him annoying. Um I think I'm going to go for a few more minutes. By the way, thank you so much to all 86 people that we have here right now. That is crazy. Um, I appreciate all of you being here. It's wild because not that long ago, I would have maybe like 40 people on average. And now sometimes I have like over 100. It's insane. I love that all of you guys love talking Scream as much as I do. It's always so much fun. Let's see. Let me get to a few more comments. It's so hard to get to everyone because there's so many people here, which is amazing, but it's just hard to get to everyone. um, but you can always send in a super chat. Those guarantee that I see them. Um, hopefully Gail doesn't tell you your lemon squares taste like ass. That line is so funny. Okay, yeah, I got a plan for a lemon squares stream. Yeah, we could use a New Year's Eve scene in Scream. 365 days Sister Pam's stream. Imagine that would be insane. I would have to like sleep and everything while on live stream. Let me see. Maybe Stu has a doppelganger. I don't think that's what they're gonna go with. I think that would piss off a lot of people, myself included. If they've been building up the whole Stu thing and then announce that he's back and then it's just like not actually Stu. I would not like that. I've been dying to see how Roman and Billy's interaction went down ever since I watched Scream 3. Me too. I've been saying we should get a flashback to that. Jill has no loyalty and would turn on Stu. He needs a partner who is the definition of loyalty. Someone like Charles Walker. That is so funny. And you're probably right. Yeah, Jill has no loyalty. Charlie was loyal. Yeah, I would love it if those theories were right about Charlie being alive, but I just don't know. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I always have so much fun in these streams. I'm thinking was saying earlier that I think tomorrow's stream is going to be a midday one. It's going to be like 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time, and I might try to do 2 hours tomorrow because these hours always fly by. Like we've already been going for an hour. Like I feel like we just started like 5 minutes ago. Ooh, we have 2 super chats from the horror show. Thank you so much. Here you said Stu is killer in Scream 7, Leslie Scream 8, Daniel Loomis Scream 9, and Christina Carpenter Scream 10. Who is Daniel Loomis? I mean, I would love for Leslie to be a killer, but I want to see her in Scream 7 with Stu. I want to see them teaming up. Also, Christina Carpenter, like, you know, I have so many theories on the channel about Christina and how she's working with Stu. And apparently a year ago, there was a leaked script for the original Scream 7. And apparently it was going to be Leslie and Christina. There was no mention of Stu in there, I don't think. But imagine, like, literally my dream scenario is Stu, Leslie, and Christina. So, but yeah, maybe without the Carpenter sisters, maybe they don't want to include Christina. So maybe they could save her for a future movie in case the sisters ever come back. But I do think that they could still include Christina now if they really wanted to. Because she has a connection to Sydney, you know? They went to high school together. They both dated Billy. Maybe she wants revenge on Sydney for killing Billy. She was in love with him. I don't know. So many possibilities, but also I don't know who Daniel Loomis is. Um, but I see you threw out another super chat. Thank you so much for all of your super chats you just sent in. I appreciate you. Who do you think the Ghostface was in the bathroom in the first movie? I don't know. That is something I bring up pretty often on my channel. Whatchamacallit? Like I always ask you guys, like, do you think this was really a prank? Because it's kind of they kind of make you think it was a prank because the next scene is the news anchor saying in a series of pranks. But I've always said like that seems so aggressive to be a prank. So I don't know. I don't know who it could be. Could Billy have snuck into the bathroom? Like him and Sydney are talking in the hallway, and then Sydney runs into the bathroom, and then when she hears the girls in the stall, she goes into a stall. Could there have been time in the brief moments between that where Billy could have went into the bathroom? I don't know. If Sydney was going to die, she should have died in Scream 4 when Jill stabbed her. I thought she was a goner. It's funny you bring that up. I have a video coming out soon where I talk a little bit about that. Um, but yeah, at this point, if Sydney's gonna die, I think it needs to be done by Stu. Um, so I don't know. I don't really think it's gonna happen in 7. In my next video I got coming out, I talk about how everyone thinks Stu will only return in AI, and I explain how it won't be. Yeah, I think they're just they so I've said on my channel, like, I think that the thing is, they probably knew it was going to get leaked. You know, keeping Matthew Lillard a secret is like impossible. So they decided to get ahead of it and tell us themselves. But by also announcing Scott Foley, who's obviously dead because he was shot in the head, it makes everyone confused. And like, if Roman's dead, then does that mean Stu's dead? But no, I think that's what they want us to think. And then, you know, surprise, at the end, he's alive. Like, there's so many people out there, like non believers, who are saying he's just a flashback. He's just going to be AI because of Roman. Um, and I think those people are going to be shocked when he shows up alive. I do think I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me for the past hour. I will be going live tomorrow, so hopefully you can make it. It's going to be during the day, like 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time. Definitely make sure you turn on all notifications so that you don't miss it. Because I'm not exactly sure what time, either 2 or 3 p.m. Thanks, Ray. I will see you tomorrow. See ya, Harvey. Thanks, Leah. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And I shall talk to you tomorrow.